If you're thinking about investing in some new swimming equipment, but you're feeling overwhelmed by all the different options, I've got good news for you. Because in this video, I'm gonna dump out my swimming bag and reveal all the equipment that I use and recommend. Stick around and check this one out so you don't waste money on useless equipment. What's up guys, I'm CoachMattZ. I'm the head coach of Davis Aquatic Masters out in California, and I also make YouTube videos for people looking to learn more and elevate their swimming. If you want to get better at swimming, click that subscribe button and start watching. I post new videos weekly, all aimed at making you a better and more efficient swimmer. In this video, we're going to be talking about swimming equipment. And listen, there are tons of options for different types of equipment. Paddles, fins, snorkels, buoys, goggles, etc. And each brand makes a different version of all of these pieces of equipment. If you're not informed, you can end up spending a lot of money trying to find what's right for you. So my goal here is that you don't have to waste your money on useless equipment and you pack your equipment bag with things that will actually help you improve. Now, full disclosure, I do have an affiliate marketing deal with Finis, meaning I make a little commission off of purchases when you use my coupon code CoachMattZ. Because of this deal, I do use a fair amount of Finis stuff, but I also use other brands too, and I won't recommend a Finis product that I don't like. But if you do decide to go get a Finis product, go to finisswim.com and use that code CoachMattZ and you will get 20% off. All right, so let's get into it. We're gonna start with the essentials: suits, goggles, and caps. These are must-haves for swimmers for obvious reasons, and it might seem straightforward, but there actually are a lot of options. So let me tell you what I like and what I use, and it's not always the same. So when it comes to the swimsuit, I am a brief guy. Now, Finis sent me this suit a few months back. It's nothing fancy, just solid black, but I have to tell you, it seems to be lasting longer than other suits I've gotten from Speedo or Tier. So far I like this one, but we'll see how it lasts. If you're not sure about rocking the brief, you can always go with the aqua short style or a jammer, but just don't try to do a workout in board shorts or a regular suit. That's gonna add a lot of drag, make things a lot harder, and it's gonna cause some chafing in places that you don't wanna be chafed. I have to say though, if you're concerned about how you look in any suit, try not to worry about it. We all have parts of our body that we are self-conscious about, me included. Just wear what you feel comfortable in and don't worry about what other people think. It's all about confidence. Just own your style and no one's gonna bat an eye. Moving on to goggles, these are the ones that I wear. They're Speedo brand, but pretty much every company makes this style that looks similar to this. I love these ones because they're comfortable enough to wear in your workout, but also work great for competition. So in my opinion, this is the way to go, something that looks similar to this. Now for the cap, if you've got long hair or even kind of long hair, I highly recommend a cap. There are two options for caps: silicone or latex. The silicone caps are more comfortable, but they're also a little bit more expensive. The latex ones are thinner, so they tend to not last as long. I'm gonna be honest with you guys though, I'm kind of cheap, so I just wear the latex ones that I get for free from my team. I've got pretty long hair and it works just fine for me. So as long as you're not allergic to latex, I'd just go with that. Now moving into the less essential but still very important equipment category, we're gonna start with the snorkel. I think snorkels are a super important piece of equipment that all swimmers should have. They take the breath out of the equation and allow you to work on your stroke technique and stroke efficiency. If you want more info, go check out my snorkel video I made a little while back. In it, I teach you all you need to know about why a snorkel is important and how you should use it. With that being said, my favorite snorkel is the Finis Stability Snorkel. This thing works great and it's totally worth the extra money. It's super comfortable and doesn't wobble around on your head, and it's really easy to clear after you do a flip turn or a streamline. This thing is a must-have for all swimmers. And just a side note, I like to use a nose clip when I'm wearing my snorkel. It's not necessary, but it seems to help me with my breathing. And this is the nose clip that I use. It's just a cheapo metal one. It's inexpensive, it lasts, and it seems to stay on my nose the best. Next, let's talk about kickboards. Now, I know some coaches are very anti-kickboard. I don't think kickboards are the devil. When used the right way, I think they could be a good addition to your training and help you improve your technique. When it comes to kickboards, just get a regular sized one that looks kind of like this. Try not to get one that's gigantic, and definitely err on the side of small rather than big when it comes to your board. There are some different shapes and styles that can get the job done, but in my opinion, this one works just fine. Moving on to paddles, there are tons of different styles and brands for you to choose from. When I choose my paddles, I like to look for something that's going to help me with my technique. So the two paddle styles I've been using lately are the Finis Manta paddles and the Speedo Preflex paddles. Now lately I've been using the Finis Manta ones. I like them because they help me with my early vertical forearm and the size feels good to me. I will say though, these are a little bit big, so if you're looking for something a little less intense, check out the Speedo ones. They've got some flex in them which really helps you pop your elbow up early on in your pull. If you want more information on how to use your paddles, I've got 2 videos for you that I will link in the description. In these videos, you're going to learn the right way to use your paddles and some common mistakes to avoid. Moving on to your buoy, I recommend getting one that looks like this. And you can pretty much buy any brand. They're all basically the same thing. This one's a Speedo. I've used it for many years, works just fine, and I've never had any issues with it. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, you can get one of these ankle buoys from Finis. These attach to your ankles, which forces you to hold a tight core while you're swimming or pulling. This is really great technique work, so I think this thing is worth a purchase. You just may not want to use it all the time, so it's good to also have the standard style as well. If you guys want more information on how to use a buoy, I've already made a video on it and I will link it in the description. Go check that out. And finally, fins. When it comes to fins, there are a few different styles. You've got your zoomers and your long fins, but I would recommend you skip those and go with this style. These are kind of like a hybrid short and long fin. You get the flexibility of the long fin, but they're also shorter so you can still kick fast. It's the best of both worlds. And I tell you what, you're gonna get a good workout using these things. Pretty much every brand has this version of fin now. I use these tier ones and they've worked great for me. We also recently purchased a bunch of arena ones for our team and they seem to work well also. I think you can pretty much buy any brand's version of this fin and you would be just fine. I will say though, there is one that if I didn't have to pay for 3 kids childcare, I think I would go purchase, and that's the DMC Elite Max Fin. These things are sweet. They're super soft and super flexible. The only problem is they're a little bit expensive. If something ever happens to these tier ones and I'm in the market for new fins, I think I'm gonna spend the money and go get those DMCs because from what I hear, they're pretty sweet. One piece of equipment that I also use, but I wasn't sure whether or not to include it in this video, is the Finis Smart Goggle. Now the reason why I was unsure is because it can be a little pricey for someone just starting out. But if you've already got a lot of this gear and you're just looking to upgrade, I would recommend these goggles. They're a great way to keep track of your splits while you're swimming, and they got a free app that will track your workouts and show you a virtual rendering of your head position throughout your whole swim. It's really cool. So if you're looking to take your training to the next level, I would go check those out. All right guys, there you have it. That's my list of the essential swimming gear that you should bring to the pool every day. Hopefully this video helps you save time and money on equipment and helps you become a better swimmer. I'm CoachMattZ. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you next time.